is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Paula, and welcome back to another budget build. This is the Intel build, because previously I did an AMD build for about the same price, but since this is Intel, it's going to cost you a little bit more. That's why I went with the AMD build first, because it was actually cheaper to go with an AMD build, because AMD has cheaper processors, but they don't push as much power as Intel does. That's why Intel prices them more. So we're gonna kick off this build with a Intel Core i5 3330. It's clocked at 3.0 gigahertz. I'm not too sure if it's overclockable. I might need to do a little bit more research on that, or you can do that on your own time, because I hardly have time to do anything now. But it's a quad-core processor, and yeah, that's basically all you need to know. I don't know why I paused for a second. But anyways, moving on to the motherboard. The motherboard is the ASRock B75 Pro 3 M Micro ATX LGA 1155 motherboard. Yeah, that's one thing I forgot to add. The socket on the CPU is LGA 1155. So just reference that. That's why you have to have a different motherboard to fit an Intel processor. You can't just have any kind of motherboard to fit Intel processor. That's kind of cool with AMD, because with AMD, most of their CPUs now are FM2 Plus or AM3 Plus, which some motherboards I know, well, a lot of motherboards are FM2 Plus now, because there's a lot of sockets like that, but like their A series or some of their FX series, they take AM3 Plus. Like the AMD build I did, it was a FX 6300, and that is an AM3 Plus CPU. So just a reference, just in case you guys are like, what does that mean? Now you know. Moving on to the RAM, I still went off with that Crucial Ballistx Sport 8 gigabytes of RAM. It's 2 sticks of 4 gigabytes of DDR3 1600 megahertz memory. So, I mean, it's nothing flashy. It'll really just do what you want to do. And moving on to the hard drive, it's the same as the AMD. It's a Western Digital Caviar Blue 1 terabyte, 7200 RPM internal hard drive. Ta-da! And the graphics card. Oh, I love this graphics card. I really do. I've tested it, benchmark with it. It's a fantastic graphics card. And if you do wind up doing this build, I highly recommend getting one of their R9 series cards. If you don't have enough to go with a higher R9 series of these cards, just go with this one, because this one is the best bang for your buck, in my opinion. It is the Gigabyte R9 270X 2 gigabyte WindForce video card. Holy freaking crap. This card is an absolute beast, in my opinion. Other people are going to be like, NVIDIA all the way. And yeah, I'll give NVIDIA credit. They have good cards, but Radeon also has good competition with NVIDIA. So if you want to fight about that, let's go, bro. Put them up. Moving on to the case. Case is the same as a RaidMax ATX 402WB ATX mid-tower case. So there's really not much to say about this. I did a little bit more research about it. There is a side panel window, so just in case you guys are like, ooh, look, I can see inside my computer, and be like, I built that. You know, I have a side panel on my computer, so I can just look at it over here and just be like, I built that. And, you know, it feels good. It really does. Especially when I have LEDs and stuff. It just glows out. You know, that's, I mean, you don't need it, but I guess it's one of the cool bells and whistles about a cheap case, you know? All right, moving on to the, crap, what is it called? Power supply. That's what it's called, power supply. I, like, knew the word to it, but I just couldn't just push it out, you know? You have those feelings? Okay, whatever. It's the same. It's a Corsair Builder 430W. It's an 80 plus bronze certified ATX power supply. Really, not much to be said about it. It's 430 watts. The total wattage of the build itself is 346 watts, With the AMD build, it was a lot lower because of the AMD CPU, because the AMD CPU only took 45 watts to power, to make it run, to do stuff, you know? But this one takes 77 watts. It's because it requires more power because it produces more power. Bada bing, bada boom. Stuff happens. But it really will boost your performance if you go with the Intel, because you will notice a giant difference between AMD and Intel. Because the Intel will really bury the AMD when it comes to power consumption. But it really is a bang for your buck if you go with the this Intel build. This Intel build is a fantastic, I want to say mid-range. It kind of is a mid-range, but it could also be a good starter build if you haven't already built a computer before and you actually want to get into it. You could live stream with this. I know you can video edit. You can record videos or just play games if that's all you want to do, is just play video games. But like last time I said in the AMD build, I would highly recommend going with a 500 watt power supply or a 600 if possible, because it's only 346 watts to power this total build, and with more power, better performance. You know, it makes sense. Think of building a computer like big boy Legos or big girl Legos if you're a chick, you know? Alright, so with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave in the comments that you did, or just like this video. That way, it's a simple note to my heart that they took the time, that 1.3 seconds, to click that button. It really hits me deep in my heart. Also, if you have another suggestion for a video or commentary I should do, be sure to leave that in the comments or tweet me about it. You know, I'm on Twitter. I have a social life on the internet because I'm scared to go outside. But be sure to show your appreciation and subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos like this. Or heck, I used to do Let's Plays and stuff, but I got to realizing it's really not my thing to do Let's Plays by myself. So there might be duo commentaries in the near future. Just stay tuned for it. So subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. You never know what's gonna come on here. I have a wide variety of stuff I like to do. So until next time, guys, my name is Paula, and I will see you later.